all, hope you all are doing good. So I hope the lab 1 and lab 2 were exciting for you and you have completed it. And today what we are going to do is we are going to make use of the concept that we have learned so far, and we are going to build something called AI Resume Reviewer. And if you want, you can open it in the browser also. And what we are going to give as an input is, as an input, we are going to give the resume, job description, and then we are going to get the feedback from the AI. So you can modify it accordingly. So I am going to give my old resume, and we will take some JD from the LinkedIn, and we will see how it works. So let's give it a try once, and then we will see how to develop it. So I will copy this random JD, and yeah, I am giving my old resume. Okay, I'll give my old resume as of now, and let me see. Okay, this is what, and let me ask to analyze. So what we are going to use today is, meanwhile it's analyzing, I'll show you one diagram. So usually when user is giving a prompt to an LLM, right, LLM will simply give response. But in the real time we have something called memory and we have something called tool. So we are going to learn about memory and tool in the next lab, but as of today what we are going to do is, in lab 1 and lab 2 we are giving input to a function manually in the code. So we are going to use some interface today so that we can give an input like a chatbot, and LLM will read not only the text but it will read from the document and it is going to give us a response. So we are basically using the concepts of lab 1 and lab 2, and in the upcoming labs we'll explore our boundaries and we'll start to learn about memory and tools. So let's see. Okay, it gave some feedback. So these are my strengths, these are my missing or weak skills, this is my old resume. Yeah. So no expertise on NLP, familiarity with AIML framework is lacking. So basically, I'm going to teach you all these things, but I didn't keep in resume because I want to. Because since we are discussing about the LLM topics, I wanted to use that JD only in model optimization techniques. Okay, and there are few actionable improvement types, alignment with target job role. Now, here the point is, if you want output in a different format, you can of course change your reviewer that we are going to see in the cursor using Pydantic model. Okay, so I hope you are excited. With that mention, let's get started with the practical. All right, so here is our cursor. Okay, so this is lab 3 AI resume reviewer, and today we are not going to use any tools or resources. We are going to use it in the coming labs. So here you go. So step one, what you need to do is, you can this we have already installed, so you don't have to keep it again. This Gradio and Pymeo PDF, you can run it here or you can run it in the terminal by clicking on open in integrated terminal. You need to make sure that your this thing is active. Okay, terminal. And then what you can do is, you can start importing libraries. And what is this Gradio? Gradio is an interface which is like a chatbot to us. We are going to give input, and we that input will go to a function, and that function we are going to define here. Okay, no worries if you didn't understand. Let's go step by step. Overall, just understand Gradio is a chat interface which is going to take input and invoke whatever function we ask it to. Okay, so we initialized our OpenAI's client and we are writing a function to extract text from the PDF. This we are going to use to extract the content from our resume. And then in the review resume, I have simply added a prompt where I'm saying that you are an expert on AI resume reviewer, and analyze the following. So these are the four I told explicitly. That's why I am getting in the response. Okay, but when you want to capture this in response and pass it on to the next LLM, this is good, but it is always suggested that you pass the response output. As of now, since I am using a single LLM, this is fine. But when you need to be more cautious when you are sending it to production, you need to make use of the response format. For sure, it's mandatory. Okay, and review resume, what I'm doing is, I am saying you do all this, and this is your resume text, and this is your job description. Basically, these two things I'm going to collect from the Gradio interface, and then I'm going to pass it to the LLM. I hope you understood what we are doing here. Now here, there's one interesting concept. What is prompt chaining? What is prompt engineering? So the way we wrote uh, the prompt here is very, concrete. It's very specific. It is giving the direction of LLM. What is a step one? What is a step two? What is a step three? All in single prompt. So writing a prompt in a structural way so that there is no confusion, chaos, and very directional to the LLM as an instruction. It's called prompt engineering. So all those techniques will come under prompt engineering. What is prompt chaining? Of course, it's one of the engineering technique, but can I say this is prompt chaining? No, it's all one prompt. That's why I cannot call it as prompt chaining. So what is prompt chaining? For example, if the same prompt I write like this, list the key strengths and call one LLM. Then I'll ask, given these strengths, what are the skills missing? Ask one or another. So output of each I can pass to the other. So if I ask step one, ask one LLM, then the output that you got passed to second LLM. Like that, if you are chaining the prompt based on the previous response, that is called prompt chaining. Okay. So here we are not doing prompt chaining, but we are writing prompt in a very structural way, and we can call it as prompt engineering. I hope you understood the difference. It's not a difference. Basically, prompt chaining is one of the prompt engineering technique, and we are going to learn a lot about the prompt engineering as well. But let's go for it. And then finally we have analyze resume. So first we have written a review resume function, extract text from PDF, and now it's about analyze resume. So what is happening, this is basically making use of the existing function. So this PDF file and job description, for analyzing the resume, we are going to call from the chat interface. We are going to see this method, and then first I'll extract the text from PDF, and then I'll pass the text and job description to my LLM. Okay, and then that result I'm going to get, which I'm going to show in the AI feed. Okay. Okay. Now, if you want this kind of chat interface, what you do is the Gradio interface that we did, you open that, gives your some title and this markdown. All these things are basically to define what to showcase on the UI and what not. So if you see, this AI resume reviewer is my markdown, and based on the HTML tags and such, I'm defining the header 1, header 2 and such. And this is basically one text box, which is where I'm going to show the output. So if you see this output text box, I'm going to keep all the output content, and the input is basically the PDF input and job description input, which is the file and the job description. And all this I'm going to pass to my analyzed resume. The response of the analyzed resume I'm going to put inside the output box, which is the AI feedback. You can see this, right? So I hope it is clear. Now that was a very small and a very good use case. Now, just by seeing this use case, we did not even use any tools and resources. You don't even know what is tools, what is resources. We are able to make such a useful utility. Now, imagine what all you can do. So there is few use cases I kept. Maybe you can make use of it. So you can try to do this exercise, up to you. And then teaching points. What is the teaching points we learned here? So we understood the prompt chaining versus prompt engineering. We learned how LLMs can external document, okay, can use external document as a contextual input. So as of now, we extracted the resume and then we gave as text. But can I send image directly? Can I send the document directly without me doing anything? We will see that. Okay, but yes, it is possible. Okay, and then we came across a new interface called Gradio, and finally we tried to solve some real world relevant use case based on the concepts that we learned so far, and it is nothing, believe me, it is nothing. We have a lot to learn, and we'll do it in the coming labs. Okay, so we try to build some use cases, and this is what you can use. And with that mention, you can make use of Olama and see how different it is. Okay, how I won't say it's a lame, but when compared to GPT's response, you can see it actually makes a lot of difference between the kind of models. Okay, with that mention, all the best. Try out this lab. If you're stuck anywhere or if you have any suggestions for improvement, do mention in the comment section. Click on the notification bell and click on the subscribe button, because I am updating these kind of small utilities and big concepts every now and then, so you can get the notification as soon as I'm doing. So all the best, and let's meet in the next lab. Thank you.